on Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, New Hampshire, Arizona. Those are the critical states. Unfortunately, we go off the air in 7.5 minutes. And so, sorry, my apologies. So let's get as much as we can as possible. Scott, your thoughts?
Yeah, from your last point, if Donald Trump becomes president-elect of the United States and Breitbart and the alt-right have gone mainstream, then this is just the beginning. Because the second part you've got to look at is this immigration plan. Immigration plan number 9 on his game plan is to return immigration levels to historical immigration levels at 1966, where the country was dominated by northern white Europeans. Look at that plan, and it is right out of the white nationalist notebook. So now that if Trump wins, and big if, but if Trump wins, look for the second wave of this is to push back on the black and browning of America.
Christian, Barbara, what does a Trump presidency mean for civil rights?
You know, in 2013, the Supreme Court got the Voting Rights Act, and for the last 3 years, we've seen a coordinated campaign unfold across our country to make exercising the right to vote more difficult, especially for black voters. What I fear as I look forward to 2017 is that coordinated campaign was successful in peeling off some voters here, peeling off some voters there. Our democracy doesn't work unless we all can participate. And I'm exhausted because today we just heard from tens of thousands of voters who had trouble voting, who faced long lines, who faced broken machines, who face law enforcement outside of their polls, and we have to reflect on the way that these actions may have chilled voter participation in this election.
Barbara?
Well, as somebody who teaches, white structural racism and what it means for us and racial hierarchy in this country, I just think that what it really means is that we will see a retrogression. Remember that what we've been talking about for the last 5 years when we talk about voter suppression is what's called voter denial. And what we got to be looking at is what Beto and the others on the far right have said that they want the new policies to be. What they want is income restrictions on voting, on who can vote. Nobody who receives any kind of public assistance, period, should vote. It's their theory. That's what they want. They're going to be coming out with more, state rights, more state deference, more restrictions on who can vote.
Got it.
We just got to be real. The civil rights agenda will go backwards.
Lauren?
Well, I mean, the way I look at this is really from sort of a political standpoint with the DNC, and I think they have to frankly clean house. I mean, blaming voters for not liking these candidates is not an option. You cannot have, in this consultant state that we've had, Roland, what you said about the fact that we see the same old politics, no grassroots campaign, nothing different, etc., and you get beat by Donald Trump.
Now, according to Leah Wright-Rigueur, she says per CNN's exit polling data.
Right.
Everybody told me I was crazy.
Come on, Roland.
But I told them. She said CNN's exit polling data says 13% of black men broke for Trump, 4% of black women. Let me tell you this right now. I specifically told Hillary Clinton's campaign, I don't know what y'all thinking, not having black male surrogates. There was a 9-point difference between black men and black women in 2012 for Obama.
Precisely.
That is a 9-point difference.
Yes, sir.
Ralph.
I just want to touch just briefly on what Barbara said. If income requirements are made a part of a voting restriction, more white people are going to be denied the right to vote than black people because there are more white poor people than black people. But going back to the question that you asked, what's going to happen tomorrow morning? The sun is going to shine, the republic is going to survive, and we, the people of the United States of America, have to come together to hold this administration accountable to do the things that we wanted to do.
Red Carr, the same thing was said to black Republicans in 1877.
Yes, it was. And in
And
fact,
black Republicans in 1877 Well, go right ahead.
No. In fact, from 1877 to the end of the century is what Rayford Logan called the nadir, the dark point. That's when Jim Crow came in. That's when lynch law became the rule of the land. Frederick Douglass said, without struggle, there is no progress. And that sounds real nice, Ralph, but let's look at history for real, brother. At the end of the day, what we have to understand in this moment is that black people have to decide that we are going to organize, as Barbara said, we're going to come together and we're going to then have a show of force, because we don't have any permanent friends, brother. We only have permanent interests. And at this point, the black...
How does that make today any different than yesterday?
Brother, Donald Trump is your man, and we all going for this ride.
So, folks, so here's the deal. We have to go off at 1 a.m. Even though the race has not been called, we're still waiting on these key states. We will have full coverage at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. No matter what kind of voice I have, I'll be there. And so we'll have that coverage. We'll keep monitoring this. But also, I want you to tune in on Thursday. Dr. Carr talked about, Barbara talked about it, Christian and others. I'm going to lay out exactly what the future path is for black folks. Let it be clear that will happen on Thursday, no matter who wins the presidency. Trust me, you do not want to miss what I have to say on Thursday, right here on TV One. Let me thank the folks here at Mulebone. Let me thank all the folks here who came out for our election night watch party, all of our panelists, celebrities, everyone, staff, the crew, everybody who made all of this possible. This was the first time we actually control our own election coverage. We didn't do so in 2008, didn't do so in 2012. Certainly want to shout out our CEO, Alfred Liggins, our president, Brad Siegel, of course, our founder, Kathy Hughes as well. It is important for us to put this election in perspective, to have an unapologetic black voice. It was important to hear these storylines that you likely are not going to hear on CNN and MSNBC and Fox News and ABC and CBS and NBC. It's also important for you to understand that we're not going anywhere. We're going to be here covering these stories, covering these issues, holding folks accountable, and I can guarantee you this, no matter who is president, you'll hear more on Thursday, you can expect us to give folks hell when it comes to the issues affecting African Americans. For everyone here at TV One, we thank all of you for watching. Please have a good night. I'll see you in 6 hours.
Amen.